Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Wellness Blueprints. I'm Jess Milner. I'm so glad you're here to nourish your roots with me. And I am a future doctor of natural medicine, and I practice what I call spiritual nutrition. All right. And today I want to give you three ways that you can swing into spring. Okay. So spring, it's right around the corner, okay? Right as I'm recording this, this is March 10th. Spring is right around the corner. And whether you follow seasonal rhythms or not, our bodies and our nervous systems absolutely feel the shift. So, the days are getting longer. This is great. Energy starts moving again, and it's a perfect time to like gently reset. But I said gently, so not with like a huge detox or like a life altering overhaul, okay? Just a couple of small things that help your body and your energy field wake up with the season, okay? We want to flow. We want to flow with the season. So, three ways to swing into spring. So number one is going to be move stagnant energy. So, get yourself outside within an hour of waking up. And I tell you this all the time, but I seriously mean it. Get yourself outside. Sometimes we have reasons why we have to go outside. Like maybe you have a dog you got to take out or something. You got to leave to go to work or whatever. Not all of us need to. So if that's you, make sure that you're getting yourself outside. Walking, especially outside, is a great way to move stagnant energy. I actually have a local friend. She and like her daughter or like a couple other members of her family, they get together every single day during the month of March and just get out and walk. I'm not sure how far they go, but it's at least a mile, like they're out there just walking. And it's just a point to get outside every day because they recognize the importance of being outside in nature and everything. So they make that a thing. So you don't have to necessarily do a certain amount every single day and make a big challenge out of it, but getting outside and walking every day is great. Once you're done walking, well, before you go out for your walk and once you get back, stretching is also really great as well. Stretching is going to move, it's going to stretch those muscles. Listen, ladies, if you are anywhere near perimenopause, you should be stretching every single time you try to get up out of a chair, out of bed. We see our animals do this all the time. I'm like, all right, come on, Iris, let's go. I need you to come over here. And she gets up off the bed or gets up off of the couch. And what does she do? She stretches and takes forever to go. Listen, they do that like by instinct. You need to do it too. So stretch, move yourself. You can also just kind of shake everything out. That's okay too. Do a little wiggle dance if you got to, like you're trying to dry your nails or something. But that will just kind of flick off any stagnant energy that doesn't need to be there. Also, dry brushing or other stuff for your lymphatic system is great. Obviously, like walking and stretching, those are going to be good for that too. But yeah, you want to, maybe going for a lymphatic massage, like I just said, dry brushing. And there are different massage things that you can do yourself to help to get all the lymph moving and everything. Definitely want that all moving. Spring colds aren't fun. Colds are never fun anytime, but spring colds aren't fun. So get that lymphatic, get everything moving. It's really awesome. With the sun shining, getting on your face, you're going to be synthesizing more vitamin D. So hopefully sickness is going to be something that's a little bit more difficult for you to obtain over the next few months. Okay, the second way to swing into spring is lighten your foods. Not like a diet, okay? I'm talking about eating seasonally. So, we're going to shift from the heavier foods that we would have, during the winter months and go more into like leafy greens. You might be kind of going more into salads. I've been thinking, we go out to eat almost every Sunday. And I'm starting, like my daughter started ordering one of the salads and I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I do like the salad, but all winter, I'm like, no, I think I'm going to get this and a little soup and whatever, So, now I'm starting to think, maybe I do want to get the salad instead. And it's got all kinds of good, delicious things in there. You want to make sure that you're using lots and lots of herbs. Of course, you want to be eating, like 30 different plants a week. And herbs are included here. So you don't have to like think of 30 different vegetables and fruits and stuff to eat. Add in these herbs and there's going to be different things in season and everything, different things popping up in your garden, or that are in the stores and look all fresh and everything. Grab them, smell them, see what you want to do. Toss them into your food. Okay. Lemon water, that's going to be a great, I think that's really good for moving everything. It's great for, gentle detox and stuff like that. Things like sprouts, you probably find those in some salads and everything. I do love me a spring soup, but you're going to probably be doing a little bit lighter of broths. It won't be quite as heavy of a soup. If you're going to do that in the spring, maybe you're squeezing like some lemon into it, use spring onions and squeeze some lemon into it, and just make like a spring onion, like chicken soup with some lemon in there. Really adds a little something to it. And these things are great. And then like bitter foods, these bitter foods, they actually really support your liver. So, when you shift with the season, you're actually supporting natural detoxification and stimulating digestion. Just for a couple examples for bitter stuff, because I know you're probably going, well, what bitter foods are you talking about? Things like dandelion leaf or dandelion tea. And you'll find dandelion. It's a little bit bitter, but you can throw it into a salad. Like it totally works in a salad. But things like arugula, love me some arugula. That is a bitter. And endives or endive. Is it endive, endive? I've heard it both ways. I went to cooking school. I've heard it both ways. I don't know. But anyway, those are some great things to add in, and they're just really, really good. They help to stimulate natural detox. Okay. Like I said, we don't need to do a whole huge overhaul, but when you eat naturally with the seasons, these things are going to happen on their own in some capacity. And that's really, that's, the way that nature intended. So that's really awesome. Okay. Third way to swing into spring is going to be clear your personal energy fields. Okay. So, we got spring cleaning. Everybody knows what spring cleaning is. Do a lot of that. I know like I remember hearing from a friend that originated as like, a Passover thing where they clear out their entire kitchen, make sure that there isn't any, like no grains and anything, for Passover, they don't do any grains and stuff like that. So they're cleaning all of that out. Apparently, spring cleaning originated from something with that. But nevertheless, you've been cooped up inside, staying warm and everything. So naturally, you want to clear out your energy field in your home and everything when the weather gets nicer. So of course, every day, open up the window, just even for a little while. It is currently, I'm looking out the window right now. It's currently sunny and also snowing at the same time right now. So maybe I'm not going to open my window at this very moment, but I did have it open a little bit ago. Open your windows for a little while every day. Definitely helps to move all that energy around and everything, and helps to get out some dust and things like that, because you're running around and you're cleaning stuff. You got to air it out too, right? Sun on your face. I've already mentioned this, but this will help to clear your personal energy field out as well. And declutter like one small space. Not every day, not even necessarily every week, whatever's going to work for you, but find like a small space. I mean, like, okay, I'm going to declutter like this cabinet. Like for me, I think I'm going to declutter. We have a cabinet that has like all of the like to go cups in it, like our big water bottles and like coffee, coffee tumblers and stuff like that. And there's so many of them in there. So we really just need to kind of take them out and figure out which ones we no longer use and let those move on and, like clean that out so that we have a little bit more space. So, that's just one cabinet in my kitchen. It's not my whole kitchen. It's one cabinet in my kitchen. So find one area that you can declutter and go ahead and do that. Maybe it'll motivate you to do more. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. You cleaned something. You did good. That's all right. You pat yourself on the back and now you can go have a snack. Okay. So another one is a salt bath, Epsom salt bath. I absolutely adore soaking in those. That is a really good way to clean out your personal energy field as well. And it does not have to be wintertime for you to enjoy a soak in the tub. Maybe it's just not as hot, whatever, but a bath at any time is going to be great. Listen, here's this last one for clearing your personal energy field. I cannot recommend this enough. Ignore the news as much as you can. Scroll on past it, change the channel. Don't get too into it. Listen, I'm not saying you don't need to know what's going on in the world, but it doesn't need to be the center of all of your conversations and thoughts. So, you can know what's going on without giving it too much energy. Sometimes we have to ignore what's going on, or we will naturally try to give it energy. So whatever you got to do to protect yourself from that, because and the news is literally designed to keep you like freaking out like that. So ignore the news as much as you can, whatever's going to, because we're talking about your health here. Okay. So your health is important. So do what you got to do with that. So, guys, spring is, I mean, it's not my favorite season, but it's really awesome. There's something really cool about, like everything waking back up, the symbolism of spring has always been, renewal, rebirth, fresh start. We've got baby bunnies and baby chicks, and there's flowers growing, and there's eggs, and a friend of mine, we were playing with her baby chicks the other day, and she's got tons and tons of eggs now. Her hens are laying, and if you are on a farm or a homestead, you got baby something or another out there right now. So spring is coming, or you're getting ready to anyway. So it's always been this renewal, rebirth, this fresh start, and with spring, you don't have to reinvent yourself, you just have to make some space for new energy that's coming in, make some space so that the new energy can flow in and push out some of the old stuff, because we're supposed to shed a little something there every time, with every season, leave something behind in that season so that we can make room for the new. So there are these wonderful ways to do that. Of course, there's emotion code and body code, my quantum frequency blueprint. So I'm so happy to do that for you as well. And I'm so glad that you stopped in for this today. Listen, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit, give me a 5-star review. Share this with anybody that you need to. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching a short of this anywhere, let me know something in the comments. What's a way that you like to swing into spring? What is something that helps you to move some of the energy and some of the food? What energizes you about spring? I would absolutely love to hear, some more ideas. Let's talk about it. And I just want to leave you with this, because spring doesn't mean that you have to become someone new or something new. You don't have to reinvent. Spring is just inviting you to wake back up. So here we are, wake back up. Let's wake back up and shimmy on into spring. Thanks so much for stopping by. Love you guys. Enjoy the beautiful days ahead.